Hi, he said from Zetster's lab. Well, I am trying to fix this one painting. I've been a little bit offish these last couple of days. Don't ask me why, there is absolutely no reason. I just feel off. Not, well, whatever, but you know what, I was thinking about it. I gotta tell you this because I don't always feel excited, happy, ready for the world, whatever. Sometimes I just feel blah, off. And that's what I've been feeling these last couple of days actually. And really there is absolutely no physical reason for me to feel like this. So it is what it is. So I am just living through it, whatever you call it. I am not gonna analyze it. I'm not gonna be sad about it, you know, or it is what it is. I am just doing what I do, painting, doing my thing, pruning. Oh my goodness, when I feel like this, I love to prune. Isn't it awesome? So my garden outside's absolutely gorgeous, and then I just feel like some things need to go, so I started pruning, and my garden man came yesterday and we cut half a tree off, and I've been pulling things out, replanting, cutting, sawing, crazy. So that is actually an awesome thing. Every time things are happening inside me, it manifests outside. So voila. So it's not, you know, I don't prune my garden because something is wrong. It's just time. It's just a season of cleaning, of replanting, refocusing, resting, whatever it may be. Things gotta go that aren't supposed to be there. Some things are overgrown, and I think I'm just in a little season that is happening, and that is absolutely normal. Because look at the seasons, look at life outside. There are seasons. Sometimes everything grows, sometimes blooms. Not every plant bloom at the same time. Sometimes you need to cut down some trees that, or they die, or overgrown, or whatever. So it's fine to sometimes feel off. That's the word. I'm not sick, I'm not physically anything, nothing is wrong in my house, in my life. I just feel off, and that is fine. So I just, whenever things come up, emotions, whatever, I just deal with them. I just sit with me, myself and I, and it's okay. But in the midst of all that, I have been creating. I'm still on my couch, still in front of the TV. Tennis is now a little bit less because we're now at the second week of the Australian Open. So, but I am still creating. And the awesome thing is I'm now at a stage where this is actually new for me. I don't decide beforehand what I'm gonna do. I just come and sit, and then I just start with my Gelli Prints, and I just start to glue. You know, I just randomly glue things on the page, and then I just add and do whatever I feel like doing. And the awesome thing actually is the things that comes out is totally different. You cannot believe it. I think it was 2 days ago I did this one. It was just, I was gluing the background. Then I saw this beautiful Gelli plate print of a fern. I just tear it. I don't cut, I tear. So I tore it, put it on, and immediately I saw a woman. So up comes my woman. That little thing that I glued there came out of a book that I bought at a charity shop. It's in the 40s, 50s, our country. It was a little bit old religious kind of book, but I loved the old. It was so old, and I loved the things, the pictures. So that's 2 men or boys just walking there. And I put that on, I glued that, and then the woman emerged, and with a flower. So to me, this actually means, isn't it awesome now that I'm talking about it? I no longer live in the past. I live in this moment because life happens now. So I'm no longer looking back. I'm also not really looking forward because life happens now. And just look how beautiful. So she's not looking back, that's me. She's not looking back at the past. Not that my past was bad or anything. It was, I had my moments, nobody's past is perfect. So it was tough. I had to deal with lots of things when I got older and stuff. But I no longer looked at that with despair or pain or whatever. And because I've realized life happens now. Life flows through me now, even if I feel off. Isn't it awesome? So this is her story. So yes, you may feel off. You don't always have to feel excited and, peace and joy in the midst. But that joy doesn't mean, it just means I'm at ease with what is. And I can truly say I am. At this stage, I am totally at ease with my life, what's happening, with just being where I am, but I'm still feeling a little bit off, and that is fine. I am busy dealing with things as they come up. As I say, I am just content with also not feeling 100%. And that is something that I'm learning now. When you start on the spiritual road or enlightening road or whatever you call it, you think you need to be happy all the time, but I'm learning that sometimes I just feel off, and that is also fine. Because in that I can also experience peace and even a deep joy. Because there's deeper things being done to me, blah, 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 in the spirit. I don't know. I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing with you. It's okay to feel off at days. Keep doing what you feel like doing. And look at this. I've been creating. And this is what came out of me. Didn't think of it, didn't plan it, it just came, and it's just awesome. And the woman, she's just standing there looking, just being in the moment, and in this she's actually holding beautiful flowers to me that speak of growth, of beauty, of life abundant. So she's holding the abundant life that is in us, in her. And, you know, even the past, I had to go through my things that I had to go through, grow through them, live through them to become who I am today. It was stepping stones that were absolutely necessary to get me where I am today. Not one of those things were wasted. I always, and I have not planned this at all. I actually wanted to show you other things. But you know, most of you know my story. I've been adopted when I was 6 days old. And my parents, the parents that adopted me, I was their little princess. They loved me. They adored me. I never not felt love. Even once when I was a teenager, I told them, my brother, their biological child, he's 12 years older than I am. And at one time during my teenage things, I said, you love him more than me. And as I was saying that, I knew that I was lying because it wasn't the truth. But my mother was not an easygoing person. She was a perfectionist, and she had also difficult childhood and difficult life. Had to go through many really tough things growing up and in her adult life. So she wasn't an easygoing person. I am, on the other hand, was this absolutely easygoing. So our personalities clashed. Not her fault, not my fault. It just is what it is, was what it was, whatever. And years later, it was difficult for me and for her because we were just so different. You know, she wanted this perfectionistic child. You do things like all the rest, and I just didn't. And it was just tough. And at the end of her life in this realm, and whenever I was in my 40s, nearly 50, I think, around there, I realized something. She was what I needed to become who I'm supposed to become. I wouldn't have been who I am without her. She was absolutely necessary. And then at the end, she was really kind of difficult. She was old and she was becoming sick and everything, and she was just really hard to deal with. But I realized she will be here with me until the job that the life wants to do through her in me is done. Isn't that awesome? I just knew it. So I accepted it. I accepted the challenge of realizing that she was the best thing that ever happened to me, because she brought me to the end of myself on my knees many times. And there in that place, I could just surrender, call out to the life, my spiritual life, Father in me, and just surrender the pain and whatever was coming up. And how did I get here? So yes, we come in situations, we have to deal with people in our lives. As I said, I got her. And only later I've realized she was exactly what I needed to become who I was meant to be in this realm. And that to me is so awesome. When I look at my kids and my grandkids and whatever, you know, sometimes you want to feel sorry for your grandkids or your kids for that matter, because it's not easy having kids and having parents, you know. And then I realized, wow, they exactly what they needed. My kids, My kids needed my grandkids so that they could grow. The grandkids needed my kids, the same as my two boys needed me. And once again, I had the perfectionist as the eldest child, and then the second one that was really a challenge at times. But that's what I needed, and they needed me as a mother. And that is the awesome thing that I am learning about life. When I look back and I see my childhood, I know that that was exactly what I needed to grow, to heal, to be delivered from things, to become who I am. And therefore I am so thankful. The same with my situation now. It's exactly what I need, even though I feel a little off. This is what I need at this stage. It makes me focus only on this moment. It makes me come back to this moment over and over again. It doesn't allow me, my mind, to run ahead. It's just, I feel in the midst of this grounded. I feel it's okay to be here. I am at peace with feeling a little off. Love you lots. Is it from Zetster's Lab? And go there and just sit and just plak. That's the Afrikaans word for glue, gluing. Just tear papers, just glue them and see what happens. Look what happened. I mean, look at my beautiful flower and the beautiful dress and this story that's actually emerging through this as I am talking to you. It's just amazing. And we got to take the burden, especially when you are on the spiritual journey. We got to take the pressure off us of always feeling happy and content and whatever. It is okay to feel off. It's also necessary for whatever needs to unfold and grow and be dealt with in my life, because that's my heart desire. My first desire is to grow into who I was born to be, whatever and whoever that is. And now I am learning it's okay to feel off. But it's also awesome that in the midst of feeling off, I also have peace. It's okay. So that is why I am pruning, you know. Love you lots. And we've got this thing that we call life. The life in us is leading us, providing with us whatever we may need at this moment, and I am experience it. I no longer want to put burdens on me. You know, it can be a burden, a huge burden, if you believe you always need to feel good and happy and in control or whatever. I know I'm not in control. I'm never in control. That is what I've learned, and that I've made very much peace with, and that is awesome. So once again, I'm in a season, a different season, and the life in me is doing in me what needs to be done. And it is okay, even if I don't understand what's happening at this stage. Usually, we have no idea what is happening. We believe we do, but we don't. So I am having peace with that as well. And in the midst, I am creating. working in my garden and living, just living, moment by moment, just do what I'm led to do and just experiencing peace in doing, just being, in just being. I'm just being in this mood, call it that, and that is also fine. Thank you that I can share that with you. And once again, nothing is wrong. I just feel a little bit off, and that's okay. Isn't that awesome? It's okay to feel off. I am in spirit perfectly fine. Something is happening and I'm just feeling off, and that is okay. Love you lots. Oh, she is actually gorgeous. Can you see the people there? This is how our parents, they wore these kind of safari pakke, and that is them. My grandparents and my parents. And I'm actually got a Chinese daughter-in-law, so this girl looks a lot Eastern to me. So the past, the present, all is well. Perhaps, I just feel a little bit off because my kids came to visit and now they're back in Thailand and I'm just here with husband. And it's okay to feel off. Love you lots.